This video is brought to you by BlueCert. BlueCert is a trusted provider for AI-related certifications designed to validate expertise in machine learning, data science, NLP, AI security, and more. You can go to bluecert.org to take a look at all of their offerings. You can explore the certifications. Here we have certifications on machine learning, AI healthcare, AI in finance, natural language processing, and many more. If I go to machine learning, you can see the different potential roles that are available for machine learning as developers and even different paths that are available. And this provides you with AI-focused specialization, flexible online exams, and also employer recognition. You can also check out some of the sample multiple choice questions on that category. If you're looking for certification for machine learning or AI related fields, check out bluecert.org. So how do we get access to the result of a plus b? Let's go ahead and see. Basically what we're trying to do is this function is performing a plus b, and we need to get the result of a plus b and return it to the person who was calling the function. Because what this is trying to do is, this is call add function, right? This is adding two numbers, and then get the value basically after addition, and then pass 15 to some other function. So basically what we were trying to do is to add two numbers, get the value, and then pass that value to some other function. But when we call the add function, it simply adds two numbers together and simply prints it out. It doesn't really return us the value. What can we do to return the value? C equals to A plus B. So C will be now 15 because A is 10, B is 5, 10 plus 5, 15. And then we can use return C. The return is a keyword, meaning it's already part of the Python language. And what it actually means is that return the value of C. What is the value of C? Well, whatever the value of C, 15. So this means that whoever is calling the function, which is right there, we're calling the function. When you call the function, you pass in two different numbers, A and B. This function is going to return you something on the left-hand side, provided there's somebody on the left-hand side sitting there and catching it. But there's nobody there. See that? So we have to put it like this. So now, when this function returns something, that value will be placed in a variable called result. So result will have the value 15. All right. Now, another thing to keep in mind is when you have the return keyword, any line that you're gonna put after that is not really going to get executed. And you can already tell that when you're typing your code in REPL or even in Visual Studio Code or any editor, it should fade out. You can see the print statement. It's a little bit like a dim color. It's a little bit faded out. Basically, it's trying to tell you that even though you have placed those two lines in there, those two lines, line number 24 and line number 25, will never get executed because you are returning from the function over here. So when you return from the function ends. This is it. It's done. All right. So you can put as many lines after that. It doesn't matter. Those lines will never get executed because the function has returned the value. Hence, the function has exited. It's done. So don't put any lines after return. All right. So once we call the add function over here, we get the result, which is 15. We put the result in a result variable, and then we can maybe create another function, multiply or double, where you can pass in some sort of a thing, and then it simply returns you A multiplied by A itself. So it just doubles the value. and I can get the result, and I can say multiply, not multiply, sorry, double, and I can pass in the result, and when it gives me the result, I'll assign it to the same result. All right, and then I print it out. So what do you think is going to happen in this case? Well, we're going to start with the add function. 10 plus 5 is 15, so 15 is going to return from here. So 15 is going to be right there. Then we call the double function. We pass in the 15. So over here it will be 15. And then this will be 15 multiplied by 15, because it's the same thing multiplied by itself, a multiplied by a. And whatever is 15 multiplied by 15, it's going to put it into a variable called result. Then we eventually prints it out. So if I print it out, you can see that it's 225. All right. Now we can even modify the function add to make it simple, where we don't really need the C variable, right? We can simply say return A plus B. Just like we have done over here in the double function, we don't really need to create another variable called C. We can just return, after this calculation is done, A plus B, 10 plus 5, 15, and then that value will be returned to the caller, the whoever is calling. So this is how you return something from a function. Now again, this is just an overview of these things. All right, and there are so many different ways you can write the same code. You can have a function with multiple return statements also, so you can do that also. So try again, go to ChatGPT and ask it to create some exercises for you so you can try it out. That's the only way to learn programming, is practice, 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 and more practice. The more activities, exercises that you're going to do, the more you will learn the syntax. All right. Now, in the next lecture, I'll be talking about how you can return multiple values from the function.